Mayfield. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, goal. Sound goal. Sound goal.
Hey, check. Hey, Delta. Mike 57.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
180. 44. Hey, alert 33. 44 is the mark. 5. One touch.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
King.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. 2nd and 5 now. Foles. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
180.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big play that time out of Chubb. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 35-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete to Josh Gordon. A gain of 21 yards.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Curl. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Man out.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Let's go, fellas.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down. 3 down. Go, Mike.
2nd and 4. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Boy, the run on 1st down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 16. Foles. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Run.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurt.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. Those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch tight end. 1-1. 26, Mike. 26.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No gain on play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go!
26 minutes. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Yes.
26 minutes. 26 minutes. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Let's go!
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
13. Bravo!
26 minutes. 26 minutes.
Here we go!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield now, escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Let's get it together.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, alert. Hurry up.
Mayfield off the play fake. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time.
Tre'Davious White on coverage.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Regular.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Landry that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
This one fielded at the 5. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
12.
Now Foles. And that will be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 44 is the mark.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Foles. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm coming.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, Michelle. And some room to work. And now look at him go. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, here's Smith. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Browns on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Mayfield to throw it. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Intended for David Njoku. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and 10 on the 15-yard line.
44 is the mic. 44.
Hey, Wahoo!
You gotta get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
I got you.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done.